Would you like to crush your opponent in double battle so badly that they rage quit? Well, I'm gonna teach you how, and not just you! I was actually streaming live with the world champion of Wargroove 1 and teaching them how to play double battles in Pokemon. This game was a masterclass in how to play defensively because the world champion, Saykoya, wasn't sure if that was actually possible to do in Pokemon. I said it was and agreed to show them with my very next game, which I did. Check it out. It starts out a little slow, but it gets really good, and you'll see how playing defensively in Pokemon doubles can give you a crushing and absolute victory.
In doubles from what I've seen, because like you're staying in and clicking attacks a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm always thinking of like the protect ideas and stuff first, and you're just attacking.
Well, the protect ideas are good ideas. I'm gonna play defensively this game to kind of show you how you can do that. Yeah, because I've got a much more defensive team this game. Let me kind of show you how playing defensive works. So I'm going to Thunder Wave Chimecho, and I'm going to Protect, because I'm almost sure that Chimecho is going to use Psychic on Crabominable. Okay, they didn't. They switched, but that still means that they didn't get to do anything. Empoleon did attack Crabominable, so I absorbed that, and I threw Thunder Wave. So this turn, nobody attacked anybody. But the end result was I got to paralyze one of their Pokemon. Now, Clefable might have a Fire-type attack that's really good on Fortress. So I'm going to switch Fortress out to a different defender, Regigigas, who can take the Fire attack and not care. Since Clefable can also throw like Dazzling Gleam, which would hit Crabominable, I'm going to be a little bit more aggressive. Terra Poison.
I see, very defensive.
And it missed. Well, it is defensive because Regigigas is going to now Thunderwave Empoleon. I missed Gunk Shot, which sucks. Clefable's probably going to derp out, so now I'm going to Drain Punch Empoleon. This is not going to kill Empoleon, but the idea is to heal my Crabominable while putting a T-Wave on this slot. Meanwhile, I'm pretty confident that Clefable won't be able to do anything. Now, there is a risk of getting Follow Meat again, but I don't think they're going to do that. I was wrong. I'm an idiot. Or they're an idiot. Why did they do that? This person's rated 1689. They shouldn't be making plays like that. Okay. Okay.
I mean, they're fine with losing Clefable.
Apparently, they're fine with losing Clef. I'm trying to be instructive. Make normal moves, dang you. Yeah, all right. And now
but you are
Thunderwave goes
like,
off,
I guess
and
there's a
opponent.
lot of anticipating what the opponent's doing.
Yeah. And notice how none of my Pokemon have gone down. Crabominable is only just barely at half health. We've revealed more of their Pokemon than they have of mine. I only used one attack. Two, technically, since the first time missed. The reason I'm able to do all this is because of Regigigas. This is how you play defensively. You have a really tanky Pokemon. It could be Umbreon, it could be Regigigas, a really tanky support that throws kind of like harassing moves like Thunder Wave, which lowers their speed, so that gives me speed control, so that I have more control over the turn, and it's even easier to predict what they're going to do. And also, there's a 1 out of 4 chance they don't get to attack at all. So I'm pretty sure Miss Magius is going to attack Crabominable, so I'm going to protect Crabominable. Okay, they burn Regigigas. That's fine, though, because I get my Thunder Wave off. Regigigas is not my attacker. And sure enough, Flash Cannon on Crabominable. So now, both of their Pokemon are really slow. Yes, I was burned, but I don't care. I can still go for a knockoff on Miss Magius and Drain Punch on Empoleon now. That did way more than I thought it would, and I'm near full health again. Meanwhile, I get Shadow Balled, but I can tank it because I healed off Empoleon, and I get knockoff on Miss Magius. And I wouldn't have been able to do all that if they weren't paralyzed, because then Empoleon would have hit Crabominable, and Crabominable would have gone down, Empoleon would still be alive, and I'd be losing. So throwing Thunder Wave on everybody like I'm doing is really, really good. Okay. T-Wave and Protect.
Thunder Wave Protect.
Yeah, they're also protecting because they knew what I was going to do, but still, nothing happened this turn. No one made any progress because we're both playing defensively. But they have an aggressive team. They don't want to play defensively. They just know that they have to because I'm not giving them a choice. I'm going to switch out Crabominable, paralyze the slot, we put in Fortress, and notice I haven't lost a single Pokemon. Every single one of my Pokemon's up. Meanwhile, 2 of theirs are KO'd. The other 2 are paralyzed. Regigigas is actually online, although it's burned, but I don't really care. Let's just focus down Mismagius, try to get rid of it. I'm gonna Iron Head Mismagius, yeah. Boom. And my 2 stupidly slow tanks just took out one of the best sweepers in the game because it was paralyzed before it could even do anything. This is... You asked me how to play defensively, right? This is how you play defensively. You use shenanigans like Thunder Wave to make it so your opponent doesn't have any choices. You take away all of their choices. And then if they're going to attack you, you predict it, you protect it, and then you take away more of their choices until finally you can attack and take them out. Does that make sense?
I guess, yeah.
I'm gonna try to T-Wave this, and I'm gonna Iron Head Chimecho. I'm gonna Iron Head Chimecho. The reason I'm Iron Heading Chimecho is because I couldn't stop Dragapult, but Iron Head plus Paralysis, it didn't happen, but that's called para-flinching. So they're paralyzed, and I used a high flinch chance move, so there was a good chance that Chimecho wouldn't be able to attack there. It was able to attack, unfortunately. Alright,
I feel like you don't really need to attack Chimecho because it's not doing much, right?
yeah,
Like,
but I had to use Iron Head, and I didn't want to waste it on Dragapult because it wasn't going to do that much damage. Alright, so the reason I switched in Avalugg here is because Dragapult is lower special attack. Their only switch in is Enamorus, and both of those are weak to Icicle Spear. So I can get a really nice Icicle Spear off. And meanwhile, I'm just going to try to prevent Chimecho from doing anything. But I'm going to attack the Dragapult slot just in case it survives. Yeah, that did nothing. That did nothing. It's done. It's gone. Yep, good. And because I attacked the Dragapult slot, but Dragapult is down, it hits Chimecho. And Chimecho couldn't attack at all because of paralysis. Now they have to bring in an Enamorus who is going to do something really annoying. Alright, so I think Enamorus has Contrary, and it's going to superpower Avalugg. So I could protect with Avalugg to stop that from happening, and then switch into somebody else to get another supporting move off. And that's what I'm going to do. Now, if I'm wrong and Enamorus attacks into the Murkrow slot, it's still okay because Chimecho will probably Psychic that slot, but Murkrow is immune to Psychic. So no matter what my opponent does, I should be safe. Okay, they Terra Stellar. Wow. And I was right. They superpowered into Avalugg and Psychic Avalugg. Ooh. Yeah. So they did the thing that I predicted that was most likely to happen, and I completely stopped it with Protect. The second most likely thing is they both attack Murkrow, but Murkrow would I'm pretty sure survive that. Okay, so now I'm going to use Icicle Spear into Enamorus, and I'm going to use Tailwind so that Avalugg is faster than Enamorus, so that Enamorus doesn't hit first, because otherwise that wouldn't have worked. Now, Enamorus goes down, and if you look at the scoreboard, I have all of my Pokemon except Regigigas. All of my Pokemon except Regigigas. I've won this game.
I see. So you're telling me how I tend to play is really annoying.
Yes, and I'm telling you that you can absolutely play defensively, that it perfectly suits your play style, because I know how you play Wargroove. This is how defensive play works in Pokemon.